So I'm 17, I'm turning 18 in a few months, and I'm living on my own, right? So basically, I was homeless like a few weeks ago, and now everything is kind of calmed down. But I kind of use that as an excuse for not posting for so many weeks now, right? I decided, like, I made a series on my channel where I'll document every single week of my life, no matter what, and it'll just be a simple, like, talking video, right? And now basically, I'm deciding to start over again, right? And my whole thing of this video, I don't want to talk about my backstory too much, and no one will really watch this video, right? Because I have no context. No one really cares, like, to care about my life, right? Why? Because I've done nothing really worth like, I've done nothing for someone to, like, really care about my life, if that makes sense. So then no one would just sit around and watch my life now. But it's when I become successful, that's when everyone will want to, like, go back and watch. And that is why you should be documenting your life, and that's why I'm doing it now. So all this thing, I know this is gonna get any views, but I know in a few years, maybe, most likely we'll get some more, right? Now, I really want to talk about, like, I'm not going to talk about my backstory on why I was homeless and why now I'm in a new place and now living on my own. That's a whole story for another day, and I'm gonna keep, like, personal, like, super personal life, like, on a low. I'm not gonna tell anyone about it too much because it was super. I don't think it'll help anyone. I think it'll more just hurt people if I speak about it. So basically, I really want to talk about, like, always been in an up and downward spiral. So I've always, like, in my life, I'm always, like, sometimes I'm high, sometimes I'm low, and I was always trying to think of, like, what exactly was holding me back from always, like, like, always, sometimes I'm, like, super disciplined, and then other times I'm not disciplined. And all it came down to was actually the fear of failure, which was kind of like masked under fearing what other people think. So I always used to, like, always be in this spiral, and only, like, recently, like, it's really starting to, like, kind of, like, help me, like, only, like, yesterday, right? So yesterday I was, like, in a, like, a whole mental rut, basically, of, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm always caring what other people think of me, and I had, like, this kind of voice inside of me just telling me, like, bro, push harder, right? Like, you have to do so much things, and I'll give you an example of what the voice in my head normally tells me, because I have big goals, right? And I want to achieve my goals super fast. And I'll be honest, sometimes I feel like I have goals on social media, but I will not tell people my real intentions, right? Because that's not my actual real goals, and I believe you should never tell anyone your goals. But these goals that I have, they're super, like, they're actually crazy, and even I myself, sometimes I think, like, I will never achieve them, right? But guess what? That actually brings the fear of failure in me, and then, like, imagine, like, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say I want to become a millionaire, right? Let's say I want to become a millionaire in 12 months. So let's say I want to become a millionaire in 12 months, which is obviously not my goal. I will never tell anyone my goals. Normally, to become a millionaire, that is actually I think 1 in 10 people or something, right? Or 1 in 100 people in the US or whatever. I'm not from the US, by the way, right? But 1 in 100 people in America. I'm not too sure about the stats, but you could go check it out. I could be way off, right? But basically, that, like, think of it like this, right? One in 100 people become a millionaire, right? Now, how long does it take for someone to become a millionaire normally? It actually takes around, like, 40 years or something, right? Or, like, normally people, like, the average millionaire, the age of an average millionaire, I think, is like 40 plus or like 50 plus or something. So that means that, first of all, I'm not just trying to become a millionaire in 12 months, right? Because I said it's not my goal, by the way, and I wouldn't tell anyone my goals. It might be bigger, it might be smaller, right? But basically, I'm trying to become a millionaire in 12 months, hypothetically, and also, I'm trying to become a millionaire while I'm 18 or whatever, right? So it's either 18 or 17, right? Depending on what age I am when it happens, basically, right? So imagine I'm trying to become a millionaire by 18, which is obviously absurd because it normally takes years to become a millionaire, right? And I said that is not my goals. I will never tell anyone my goals. But imagine I want to become a millionaire by 18. That is crazy. That is normally, like, that is almost like the not 1%, right? So 0.0000001% maybe. Yeah? So imagine almost like you're trying to act like everyone else when you have a goal that is so big, basically, right? That no one else has, but you wanna act like everyone else. Yeah. So you have, like, a 0.0001% goal, but you wanna fit in with your friends, right? Which they are not bad. Actually, like, every single one of my friends, everyone that went to school with me, I like every single one of them, right? But guess what? I don't even talk to. I think I might talk to, like, one or two of them, Even though I like all my friends, I still get to talk to them. Why? Because we can't really like talk if I have to work on my business, right? If I have to like do different stuff. Like basically we have two different interests. Yeah? So basically it's never about hurting anyone or thinking anyone is higher than, because no one is higher than anyone, right? We're all gonna die and we're all gonna turn back to dust, so it doesn't really matter. But the main thing is, if you want something, then you have to act different, right? That means the way your friends act, right? That means the way your family might see you, right? You have to act differently from everyone. Yeah, so they might see you crazy. I'll give you like a quick example. So like, I was thinking of like, one of the highest visions of myself, and I was thinking like, I won't be like cooking my own food, right? I won't be cooking my own food. I won't be driving myself. Someone will be driving me. I might be at the back of the car just like working, because like I love to work, right? Just like working. Someone might cook for me. They bring my food to me, right? I eat that and I go straight back to work, right? Like every single thing is almost like automated in my life, and I only do the highest leverage activities, right? Which is training, right? Somebody can train for me. Work on my business, like the highest leverage activities only, and I outsource everything else, not because I'm lazy, but because I'm trying to scale fast, right? And actually, all those different things. So I was even thinking like in my business, right? Like I have to outsource other small tasks that I keep on doing. Why? Because I'm scared to give them to someone else and think my business will fall apart. Yeah, that is a painful thing, but pain is actually growth. So I was thinking of all those different things, right? And like all that just started like coming to me. So I was like, and I went to take like a haircut today, basically, right? By the barber, and I was like telling him, bro, like I have like, I never tell anyone my goals, right? But I tell him like, because I'm always trying to like learn from other people. Once he told me his age, once he was like 50, I was like, oh my gosh, I could learn from this guy, right? Because he's like older than me, way older. So I was telling him like, bro, like I have like these big goals and stuff, and like I'm scared of like what other people think of me, right? And I was like just saying that, and like he stopped cutting my hair, and he actually started like telling me a bunch of stuff, right? So basically I appreciate that, and one thing he said that really stood out, and I still remember it, and I'll never forget it, right? He basically said, what is it? So he basically said that everyone is gonna hate. Well, some people are gonna hate you regardless of what you do, right? Whether you living in obscurity, right? So whether I live in obscurity or whether I live and like everyone kind of like maybe like I don't like famous, but like basically like whether I build my business big or whether I live in obscurity and like just be a nobody, people will still hate on me. And guess what? There are people that want me to lose, and there's people that want me to win, right? So if I win big, people that wanted me to lose will hate me. And if I don't win, they will still hate me, basically. And the people that wanted me to win, maybe if I don't win, they might hate me, right? Because like they might not walk it, they might lose respect for me. But if I win, they will respect me because that's what they expected. So anyway, I take it. If I lose, I have more regret, basically, right? Because even I won't like myself, and more people hate me. If I win now, a good amount of people hate me, but there are more people will love me, actually, right? Like there's a thing like they always comment, like people comment on the Ronaldo post, hated by billions, loved by millions, right? So no, hated by millions, loved by billions, right? So basically it's almost like that. Like more people, like yes, some people hate you, and it might look like a lot because we always look at the negative things as humans instead of the positive. But basically, more people actually like you. Maybe you don't even know, right? So I was thinking like all those things was going through my head, right? And I was like, I need to like really start acting like myself. Like everything I want to do, I will do it. I have to stop caring what other people think of me so much, man. Right, and then there's one last video just to like really hone it down. Alex Mosey made a video on how to stop caring about what other people think. I would say go watch that. Like that changed my life. But another one was from another guy talking about like older people. Most times they say they wish they did not care about what other people think of them like that much, right? Because yes, you do. Like you have to care what people that actually want you to win, right? Listen to the people closest to your goals, not closest to you, right? But simple, like it's so simple, right? 80%, like 85% of like the population. So like this guy, like he interviewed thousands of old people, right? Like so many of them, like I don't know how much it was, but like and maybe like tens of thousands or like maybe just a few thousand, right? I don't know. I don't want to exaggerate it, but basically 85% of the population, the sample population that he asked the question to, a bunch of them did not really care what other people think, right? They did not care. So that almost put me like, that 85% of them regretted like, not caring what other people think when they were younger. So like they were like, I always like used to think of what other people think of me. Like I just have to stop caring now, right? And they don't care anymore. So I was like, if I'm gonna reach like that when I'm older, I might as well do it now. Yeah, and actually make my older self happier because I learned faster, right? And that's wisdom, actually learning from people older than you and putting it into action. So I was like, man, I need to stop caring. So let me give you some like quick examples of like the maniacal side to me, basically, right? Like the side of me that is just, just be a maniac and just do whatever you want. It's like this, right? Like, I'll give you a quick example. I hate wasting a second of my time. And I was telling the guy, I was literally telling that in the shop, right? So I told like the barber that, and guess what he told me, bro? Like, I think that might be, pushing it too much. So let me tell you what I told him. I told him, I don't know, waste a second. I want to like run through the city. So like I have to go and do some like documents and stuff for myself. Like I have to go like, sign some papers and stuff. And do like some, because when you get old, like, you have to get your documents or whatever, right? Certain things I have to do basically, right? Especially when I was homeless, I have to do some stuff. But basically, I have to go do that, and I have to like go through the city because the place is in like the capital city in my country, right? In my country, and basically I have to go through the city. So I was like, am I gonna walk through that or am I gonna run through it? Basically, people might look at me like crazy, right? Now, like some people might know me and they might be like, what is wrong with David? Like, is he going crazy or something? Like, why is he running? But it's almost like, imagine if someone told me like, if you do everything that you have to do in like under 40 minutes, you'll get $1 million. I would do it, right? So if I know that I'm gonna reach my goals faster by running instead of walking, then I should maybe do it. Yeah, now it might sound crazy, like, bro, just like walk, like, a 5 minutes won't change anything. But then I remember listening to a little quote from someone: obsessive people, they obsess over the details. That is literally what obsession is, right? Because someone who, like, imagine you're obsessed about a piece of art, you would literally, you would focus on every single detail in that, right? Every single detail. So I was like, bro, like, why should I be scared to like run? It might be, no, it might be like super stupid. I might look stupid. People might make memes out of me and everything. But guess what? Like, I know that might even like make me more famous. Basically, imagine I do that, right? Instead of living in obscurity. Now, I'm obviously not doing it for that, but still, right? You have to live how you actually want to live. And I'll be honest, I would have done it like I don't want to waste any time just like walking near people. Like, I don't look down on anyone, right? If anything, I look down on myself sometimes. Like, I think people love me, but basically, imagine like, I just like running around like people instead of like just walking, like I just run, bro, right? Because I was thinking of it, like, let's say the bus stop is there, right? I run to the bus stop. Basically, it takes me like what, 10 minutes to like reach the bus stop. If I walk, if I run, I might reach it in like 2 minutes, right? Like 1 minute. Like, why walk then, right? I'm literally 10x in my time. Like, what do smart people do? What do like Elon Musk do? Elon Musk literally, he achieves so much work in such little time by outsourcing to other people, by working smarter, by working harder, right? But that is exactly what I have to do. Yeah. So if I literally save, let's say 10 minutes, and it might even take like more than that, it might like maybe like 20 minutes I save, right? I reach home, I have an extra 20 minutes to work on my business rather than the stupid me that walks through town, right, and wastes his time. Yeah. Now that is to, and the reason I'm saying this because no one will reach to the end of this video now, right? But I hope that I at least achieve some level of success that someone reaches there, right? And actually understand like the thought processes that I had to go through to act like, a maniac basically. So that really helps me basically, thinking and trying to like become like, a more authentic version of me and act like how I really want to act. So what I'm doing now is I'm literally trying to like, scale my business super fast, act how I want to act and not really care about what other people think of me, right? Because regardless of what I do, they will hate me, right? And maybe if I win, more people hate me. If I win, less people like love me, but still, right? If let's say I don't want to live in obscurity, right? I'm gonna die anyways, and it will not matter then. So it might as well not matter now, right? So that's basically like my whole thing on it. Like, I think the biggest thing for me was like over the past few days, I stopped caring what other people think of me and really just being the obsessive person that I want to be, right? Because I'll be honest, I don't want to live like a normal person. Like and these things, like, there's nothing wrong with being normal, right? Like, I never look down on anyone normal. I look down on people who that's why I look down on myself. I never really look down on anyone else, but I look down on myself when I know I want to be something different. And just because I think people might judge me, which is sometimes they don't even care, right? I look down on myself. So I was like, I'm just gonna change. And I want anyone, imagine someone reached the end of this, bro. I love you, man. So basically, I want you to stop caring what other people think of you. I'm gonna be working on my business. I'm gonna try and scale as fast as possible. I love football also, so I'll be training football because I just love it. I don't know how that will turn out for me, but I love football and I will always play it no matter what, right? And just focusing on improving myself every single day. I think that'll help me a ton. And doing what I know I really want to do, basically. So that's it, and subscribe if you reach the end of the video, and stay tuned to see the journey.